morning and welcome. In preparation for opening the church session and committee have decided to take the guidelines which we've received from Church House and advice we've received also from insurance. In doing so, we have put in control a number of measures that will assist you to be safe within our church as you come back to church. I'd like to bring to your attention this document which we've received from our church house, which has advised us that those who have a temperature, have a cough, or indeed if they have been shielding, to remain at home until such times as they feel safe enough to return to church. I'd now like to show you by means of a walkthrough the preparation which is put in place. We have a number of signages. We have some signages for social distancing, and we have a number of sanitizing stations which we'd expect you to use as you enter and exit the church. I'd like to bring to your attention the first notice, and that is we'd expect people when arriving at church not to congregate in the churchyard. On entering the church, you will be met with a church steward who will assist you to your seats within the church. We will try and accommodate those people who are in their own seats, but otherwise we'd ask you to go along to the front of the church and take the seats as the church steward asks you or indicates you to sit upon. The first thing I'd like to bring to your attention is we have a one-way system and we have 2 metre social distancing throughout the church. If there is a small queue, we'll ask you to wait at these points as you are directed to your seats. I'd like to bring to your attention the first sanitizer that you'll meet. If there's no one in front of you, please use this sanitizer and walk through the church. You will not be allowed or permitted church entry of this church door here, and I'll explain the reasons at a later date. I'd further like to bring to your notice that we have another sign asking you not to gather within the church or don't linger, and this will in fact help you to maintain your social distancing. This door will be half open to allow and permit people to come up in here. There will be someone standing here to allow you to enter and join the flow of the traffic moving in here, which will avoid people bumping into one another. Again, I'd like to bring to your notice the second sanitizer which can be used. And on a further date, we will also have tissues here which you wipe your hand, and we'll have a pedal bed here that you can dispose of the tissues. The steward then will take you into the church. I'd like to bring to your attention the fact that there's no hymn books and there's no Bibles on display. So perhaps if you have your own Bible at home, you'd like to bring that if you want to read the readings as the minister carries out his service. I'd like to bring to your attention now also the small notices here which will where we ask you to sit in an alternate seats at the church. This again will maintain your social distancing and keep each and everyone safe. I'd also like to bring to your attention the fact that we, over this last number of weeks, our caretaker Valerie has been carrying out a deep clean to the church. The church floors have been all bleached. The pews and the tops of the pews have all been sanitised for your safety as well. And we thank our caretaker for the way she has carried out her duties as such. To maintain a safe distance from our minister, this is the last seat that you'll be allowed to sit in, to maintain a 4-metre distance between our minister and the pews. And also bring to your attention that we have placed a chair here and would ask the congregation, upon leaving the church or exiting the church, that they don't cross over, that they use the door, and the method that they come in, that would be the method that they would leave. They also will be assisted by our church stewards in doing so. I hope this reassures everyone that we've done our utmost to make the church safe for everyone, and would ask that as you feel safe to do so, that you come out and join us in our services. Thank you.
As David has in the previous part of the video ran you through the regulations and situations we have in place for coming into the church by the front entrance or by the side vestibule, I'm just going to run you through now the routine. If you normally would come into the church by the side door or are not able to make the steps at the side of the vestibule or the front, we'll just go through the routine now. Again, I would draw your attention to the fact of lingering outside of the church, congesting. Please keep your social distance and we can take it from there. So if you follow me up the path here. So as we would enter the church by the side entrance, as you would normally do, sign here just again underlining the importance of social distancing. So we'll come into the church in the normal way. You will have sanitisation stations here, so please wash your hands as you come into the church and leave the church. Those entering the church by the side entrance will sit on this side of the church. You will also see here a chair which says no entry, so there'll be no crossing over. So as you enter the church, we will fill this side of the church from the back, and stewards will escort you to your seat. As on the other side of the church, there are pews with little signs to say that this pew will not be used for social distancing. We're only using every other pew for social distancing purposes. The minister will then, at the end of the service, give you instructions as to how to leave the building. I hope this has all been of help, and we'll look forward to seeing you to worship when you feel comfortable to do so. Thank you.